Okay, we're up and running here on this garden job. The grass needs doing. I'm doing the edges, edging the lawn as well, and I'm just getting the weeds out. This grass has just started growing wild now, so that's good. It's the busy time. But just after I put my first video on, the sun went in and it went freezing. I was going on about that cold wind once before in my first video when I got here. What a nightmare. I've had to put my jumper on and my hat on, because once it goes in it's like an icy cold wind, but at least I can get on. It's not raining, so I'm happy with that. So the weeds are plentiful now as well, so I just hold them out and throw them on the lawn, and then I mow them all up. So there's loads to do and I can just get on with that. There's a big stack of stuff there. I need the garden bin, so I can move on with that, and I'll show you exactly where I'm working. It's all quiet here. I think the lady's gone out, but as you can see, the lawn needs doing, and I'm doing the edges along there and around these borders here. And there's this last piece to do now, which you can see is desperate for doing, isn't it? So I can make a start on that. The garden bin's empty, but there's a stack of stuff to go in it, so I'm going to start with that today. It'll take quite a while this to get through, but we may as well get it going. So there you go, plenty of weeding to do, plenty of grass to do, and I shall get through it all. There we go. As I say, it's gone freezing. It's certainly giving me rosy cheeks today. I'm made up with it. It's a shame I didn't have a shave, really. But if you look behind me, you see the blue sky. It's absolutely stunning. But once that sun goes behind that cloud, it's like a winter's day, freezing wind, and it's blowing quite strong. You probably see by the trees and everything around me. That's blowing like. So without the wind, it's fabulous. With the wind, it's fabulous. So we'll catch up with everyone later when I've got a bit of work done. Have a good afternoon, everyone. Bye. Well, as I'm getting into this border, as you can see, it's quite a big job. It's the wind is just howling. I'm in sort of a corner here, so I'm not so bad, but I think you can see how it's a nightmare, this wind. But I'm getting through. And what she wanted was all these out because it's blocking most of the border. So I'm finding all sorts of stuff in here. I'm finding irises and everything. There's roses. There's all sorts of stuff. Nice little rose at the back there, a bit depleted, but I'm pruning the dead bits off and everything like that. So what I'm going to have to do is, because it only takes 5 minutes and the garden bin's full, but I think you can see, looking in this, there's a lot of debris in there. Heavy debris, all these prickly stuff, all been pruned before and left on the floor, you see. So that's my spade there. But as you can see, as I'm coming through, there's some lovely stuff here, and little shrines and stuff like that, a hedgehog house and stuff like that. So I'm going to reveal all that and just get out all this stuff that's been left. I mean, stuff's been pruned, as you can see, and it's horrendous stuff. So it's difficult to see everything that's here, but obviously I'm treading carefully because, like I say, there's irises there and irises at the back. You can sort of see where stuff is from the old dead leaves from last year. So there's like a clump there, so I'm just being extra cautious and stuff. But once I get this lot out and we start scraping the debris back from the ferns and stuff, it'll become a nice border, this. I won't get it all done today because I've still got the grass to do. And stuff like that. I'm going to do the lawn, make it look tidy at the front. Just needs a quick whip over and tidy everything up. The border's done. This is fine for a bit now. So once I get through this, and then next week when I come back, you know, if there's any to do, we'll finish off. But it just opens everything up, and then maybe next week I'll be back into the back. And there's some weeding along the side of the house, which I always do. So I'll get rid of that as well while I'm here. And just open this up, as I say. So I'll give you another little insight when I've almost finished, well, as much time as I've got for today on this piece. And as I say, I've got other stuff to do. So I'll update you in a bit. Okay, that's it for Friday. My garden job is done. So I'll show you exactly what I've been doing. Took quite a bit of doing, actually. But let me tell you about the weather first. When I came, it was red hot sunshine. Then I had to put my jumper and my hat on, it was that cold. Once the sun went behind the clouds, it was a nightmare. And then all of a sudden, after about 15 minutes, I'm in a hailstorm. Only for 5 minutes, but it was hailstone coming down. I just couldn't believe what was happening. And then 5 minutes after that, bright blue skies again and bright sunshine. I've just moved my phone down here out of the sun, it's that bright. I'll show you in a minute. So it's about 5 o'clock, I think, something like that. I'm just going to Asda and get my shopping, and then I'm off home to see the girls, and that's it for this week. So it's been really enjoyable, this one. Put a lot of hard work into it, so but the results are good. I've been in the back and I've done some tidying up there as well. I've done the borders at the front, I've edged it round the edge, and I've done the grass. The main part today was to get this border behind me opened up. It's not been opened up for years, and it was really quite nice to do it. So I'll let you have a little look at that, and then I'm on my bike out of here. So here we go. Right, well, I mean, you can see the grass anyway, can't you, from when I came? If you look at the video before, all the grass is mint now. Done all the edges and everything, done the border edges, done the border round and everything. Put a little step in there for the lady. And then if you look at this section, you'll know exactly what I'm on about, because if you look at the video previous to the beginning of the video, you'll see where I was at with this. It was a big undertaking, this, because there was a lot more than I thought. But we're in, and that's the main thing, and there's some lovely stuff. The only consequence with this, obviously, is there's a lot of debris, which is there. When I have to leave stuff in the garden, I always put it where it's discreet, sort of out of sight. Because if you leave it in the middle, it just looks a mess, doesn't it? Yes, the garden bin filled up instantly, so hence that big pile, and hence that pile there. I had nowhere else to go with that, so unfortunately that had to stay. But once I open this up, as you go back to the front of this video, you'll see, open this line up again, because that was all overgrown, everything. I've had a big clump of irises there, look at that, how good is that? Never been seen for years, she said, the lady. And all sorts going on. There's some matting under this, like bent, I think we used to call it bentamat, you know that screen stuff. But now it's not doing much good at all. So eventually, as I'm hoeing this and digging, I'm going to pull that out, you know, and let everything get going again, because it's not really serving its purpose anymore. We found a hedgehog house in the corner, and we found a personal thing belonging to the customer, which I cleaned up and everything. Obviously I'll leave that at that, because that's something personal. So there you go. And as I move back, we're done for today. As I say, I put a little step in there, which is nice, and the grass and everything and the borders are done, everything's mint. And the only thing now is for me, got a colour in my face, it's mad, isn't it? The wind had been blowing in my eyes, absolute nightmare, so strong, catches your eyes. But as I'm finishing now, Friday evening, the weather's just amazing. So I've had a good garden do on this one, and I'm off to Asda. That won't be as interesting as what I'm doing now, will it? Definitely not. Have a good weekend, everyone, and I'll speak to you over the weekend. I'm with my nan tomorrow, so no doubt we'll be posting. Not sure where we're going, depends on the weather, so we'll play it by ear. Have a good weekend anyway, and I'll see everyone soon. Bye.